is this making everybody vertical stream and I don't want to do that? Well, come on outside and play. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hello, Alicia. Welcome in. Welcome in. There's Pooh. Hey, baby. Monique. Hello, hello. Yes, I am still outside in these streets, y'all. Gonna be out here for a minute, for a minute. All right, y'all. So my phone is doing the same thing that Classy's phone did. It's making me do a sideways stream. However, I have learned that if you just touch your screen, that the chat will come back in. Then it fades away like it just did. I'm gonna touch the screen again. Oh, didn't come that time. Oh, let's see. Monique said she is enjoying these long days. Yes, yes. It's going slow, Alicia, but it's just day 2 for me. So, um, we've had 3 sales today. Hopefully, we'll have some more. I'm very optimistic. I don't know which end of the phone to look in, y'all. I guess over here where the camera is. Huh? I don't know. I'm looking at the screen, but I don't know if I'm looking at the camera or not. But it started off pretty cold today, but now it is hot. Actually, I'm comfortable. Okay, I think I got the chat up now. Yep. Well, am I looking at the camera now, Monique? Because, I don't know where the camera is on this phone. I guess I am. I have to look at the top of the phone now. That's just so weird to me. I'm used to looking up there. Oh, okay. All right. As long as I'm looking at it now. And YouTube is doing automatic vertical streams, y'all. I don't like it. Who said, I'm so sleepy, child. I don't feel so good. I'm sorry, baby. Go get you some rest. Because I don't want you to not feel good. That's that I get sick kind of stuff right there. I hit then the like button and it's still showing 0. I see 5 on my end, Alicia. I see 7 folks in here and 5 likes. Of course, I don't know. YouTube might be playing games with me. I don't know. But they brought me more baskets, y'all. Alicia said I'll refresh my end. Okay. They brought me more baskets and we didn't bring the other tables, so I have baskets everywhere now. Pooh throwing me kisses and gold hearts. Thank you, baby. Get you some rest. Lisa, my bell is in the building. She says, good evening, everyone. Hello, Lisa. Pooh says, Monique says, Pooh, I pray you get to feeling better. Yes, ma'am. You've been doing a lot of running. I know you said you had a lot to do, and you even said in your video that you was busy, busy, busy. So you get you some rest, Pooh Bear. Monique says, hey, Lisa Bell. Pooh says, thank you, Monique. So I got the solar lights out, y'all. So it's going to be another little night shift for us for a little while anyway. I think once I get off the live here, that's when we'll start packing up. And I am on the solar charger, y'all. Yay. Alicia says, okay, it's better. Pooh said, yes, ma'am. Love you, baby. I'll talk to you later on. Did anybody else get out there to sell today, or y'all chilling at the house, still making more baskets? I'm still making baskets, but I still don't have all the baskets, y'all. Is this all the ones that was downstairs? Yeah. Yeah, I still don't have all the baskets out here, and I got probably 11 or 12 big ones sitting in my living room. Details and designs, Miss Renee. Hey, hey, my favorite sis on the internet. How are you, darling? I hope you are doing well. I'm still out here in these streets, Renee. I ain't going nowhere yet. We've had 3 sales and several inquiries. And I'm gonna wait till if Still Classy pop in. I'm gonna wait till she pop in because I gotta tell her this. You still making baskets, Monique? I am too, but in between all of them making baskets, honey, I'm trying to get out here in these streets too. And I happen to have the day off today, so I said, okay, I'm going out with these baskets. I may not get them all out there because I ain't have, I at the time only had me to drive, but my daughter got up and they came out and helped me set up, and then they went back and got some more baskets and left all the tables. Renee says I'm going out this Saturday. Okay. Let's see. Alicia says I did a video. Ollie's new eyeshadows for $3.99. They are nice. I grabbed 2 for myself. Monique says she's still rapping and bowing. Let me see if I missed anybody because this thing is jumping, jumping, jumping. Monique says your hair is nice. I need a brush. Pooh says love you too, Auntie. Let's see. All right, I think I got everybody. Lisa Bell says she's going out this weekend. They're still classy. Hey, Katrina, how's it going out there? It's slow, girl. I've sold 3 things, but I said I was going to wait till you got in here because I got some customers coming over, but my grandson going to handle this. I guess what I sold first, still classy. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let you guess, honey. Okay. They walking by. Yes, girl. 2 of them. I sold 2 frisbees first. Two of the first things to go was the frisbees. And then I have one of my small Easter baskets. A young lady says she usually makes her sister one, but she didn't get to make her one this time around. So she just came over and bought her a small basket. So 2 frisbees and an Easter basket is what I have sold so far. Yes, honey. Alicia Gordon says, congratulations, sweetie. Thank you, Alicia. I had a lot of inquiries, and one of my friends stopped by, and he's got people coming by Saturday, so we'll be out here Saturday. I'd like to be out here by 10 o'clock, but still classy. My phone is doing the same thing yours did, hon. It's got that vertical thing going on. I had to turn the phone sideways. You have to touch your screen to get your chat to come back. Just roll up and down where that chat pops in at, and it'll pop back in there. I don't like that. Monique says, congrats on your sales. Thank you, Monique. I'll show y'all the setup in a minute. I know y'all saw the video, but since the video I did earlier on the setup, I have added a lot more baskets because they went home and got me some more baskets. So, and then, but I don't have any more tables. So the setups are just a little bit more crowded right now, and this still ain't even all the baskets, y'all. My grandson said they left a bunch of them downstairs, and I still have probably 10 to 12 big ones upstairs. Still Classy says 3 is not horrible. No, not at all, honey. This is just day 2 for me. This is only day 2, so I know the closer I get to um, the holiday, then the sales will pick up. So I am not worried about that at all. Um, Renee says one is better than none. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And y'all know I'm grateful for anything. Somebody come over here and say, "Can I buy a piece of bubble gum out of that basket?" I'm gonna say, "You sure can. God bless you," and keep it moving. I got a tip box. Somebody come over here and say, "Well, I ain't got no money. All I got is $1. I can't buy nothing, but I'd like to support." I'm gonna pull the tip box out and say, "Well, you can throw that dollar right on in there." Now, not if it's their last though. If it's their last dollar, then I might give them a couple. I told y'all I am the wrong person to have to be bunkered down with in a time of crisis when people is fighting over food and stuff. Because somebody come over here talking about some, y'all got some water. They ain't gonna have to pull no guns out to get it. I'm gonna be like, yep. My kids is gonna be like, "Mama, hush, hush. Stop telling these folks we got stuff." Because I'm gonna give it to them, y'all. I'm gonna give it to them. I can't help it. I'm trying to let this phone charge up just a little bit more before I yank its juice. Because yeah, we still classy. We charging up on the solar panel, girl. It works wonders. I got my what do you call that thing over there? My little blow up toy on the generator. So I know you had told me to tell you how the solar panel worked, and I got the solar panel a little while back, and this is the second time I've used it, and it's working like a charm. Just let it sit out in the sun and charge on up, and then it'll work for you at night because it's already charged up. So I love it. So I keep the little generator charged and all that good stuff. All right, y'all want to see the setup? Y'all know we ain't gonna be on this live too long because I got to hold the phone because I forgot my tripod. Y'all tell me, I'll wait. And then I got baskets over here in this box that I haven't even set out yet. Y'all want to see the setup? No? Okay. They didn't say nothing. My grandson laughing. He said, "Y'all don't want to see my setup." Young Pine Cone, hey darling, welcome in, welcome in. Alicia says yes. Lisa says of course. Still Classy says yes. I saw the video, but show us again. Well, I've added a whole lot more since the video. Still Classy because they went home and got more baskets. Young Pine Cone says yes. Let's see the setup. Still Classy says you aren't seeing your comments. I wasn't at the time. I told you my phone's doing the same thing yours was doing on your live. I was watching your live on TV, but I know that you kept saying that it was turned sideways, and mine did the same thing. Oh, it locked me into this vertical position, and but I figured out how to get the chat up so that I can see that. Marie said, "Well, maybe not." She says, "Oh no, looks like Katrina's chat has spotted." No, I can see the chat. I wasn't touching the screen at the time because I'm not used to this right here. You see, I'm looking all over the place because the camera's down here now, and it's usually up here, and that's why I keep doing this. All right, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the setup. Hey, all occasions gifts. Welcome in, welcome in. Young Pinecone says, "Thank you. How are you doing today?" I am doing well. Yes, I've had 3 sales today so far, but we are out here. We gonna be out here. All right, y'all. Let's see. Now let me see if I okay. I think I can turn this around. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna try. Okay, here's the setup. There's my little rabbit. So they brought the more baskets out, but they didn't bring any tables, any more tables or anything. So I'm just looking at them like, okay. So I got some of the medium and large baskets here. Gabby and Trolls and Hello Kitty, Barbie, Starbelly, My Little Pony, 2 My Little Ponies. There's my lacrosse pops. This is a preteen right here. And then I got some more Barbie over here. Got all my small baskets with a couple of medium ones on top. Got shovels over here with the baskets. It's my grandson. Say hi. And as you can see, I brought a lot of the small baskets with me. And that's because they're just easier to carry. And then over here, these are the, I'm sorry, y'all, my finger just all in the screen. The Hair Amazing baskets. That's those right there. And then that's the baby basket right here. And there's one of my wagons. I have 3 wagons, but we only brought 1. There's another Gabby. Walk around the tent here. The Avengers. Pocahontas. LOL. What's this one? Spider-Man. That one. And then this one I took out of the sun because it's trying to sweat. But this is another Trolls. This is the Trolls that I did last night. And it's sweating a little bit, so I took it out of the sun and put a little slit in it. There's the solar panel, still classy. It's all charged up and everything. All right, so that is the setup. Let me plug y'all back in. Still Classy says, love that tent and your setup. Thank you, Still Classy. Baskets with Styles is in the building. Hello, darling. She says, hello, Crafty and everyone. Good to see you. Still Classy says, hello, handsome. He knew you was talking to him, girl. He turned right around and said, hey. Miss B's Baskets and More says, looks great. Thank you. With the gold hearts. Thank you, darling. S. Marie with the gold hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still Classy says, how much was the solar panel again? I'll look it up, Still Classy. I'll text it to you. Because I don't remember. I don't remember now, but I'll text it to you, I promise. Angie with Blessed Creations is in the building. Hello, Angie. Welcome in. She says, hey, Katrina and everybody in the room. Love the setup. Wishing you great success out there. Thank you. There's KOK. KOK says, hey, Katrina in chat. Hello, darling. Thank you for popping in. I am glad y'all could make it tonight. I said I was going to go live even if I was outside. And she is and she did. She just don't know where to look for the camera at. Somebody walking behind me. Did he go around that corner? Oh, okay. I thought he stopped at the car. That's why I was like, okay, my daughter's in the car, so I ain't out here by myself, y'all. My other daughter had to go to work, so I dropped her off. But yeah, it is, like I said, day 2. And it is a little bit slow out here. But that's okay because the presence is known. And a lot of folks that have come by and um, they keep asking me, am I going to be here tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Gotta work tomorrow. Baskets with Style says, how are the sales going? I've had 3 sales so far. Believe it or not, 2 frisbees and a basket. Alicia says it went away, Alicia. It's an amazing setup and everything is beautiful. Thank you. Still Classy says, hey Angie and everyone I missed. Yeah, and like I said, y'all, this ain't even half. This ain't even half. I still got baskets in my craft room inside the house and in my living room, and it's gonna take me at least 3 trips to get them all out here. But they'll be out here. I'll have them all out here Saturday. KOK says great. Thank you, KOK. Never in a Million is in the building. Says hey everyone. Hello, Never in a Million. Good to see you. KOK says hey, Still Classy. I got the tent off of Amazon, y'all. It's an Orbitz tent, and it is a pop-up tent. So that's why I love it, because it's big, but it is a pop-up tent, and not. I got one of those party tents too, that you have to piece together with the pipes. I can't do nothing with that. Me and my daughter opened that box, took that thing out and saw them pipes, put them pipes back in that bag, and put all of that stuff right back in that box. I started to send it back to them. Like, nah. Somebody told me to rent them out, so I think I'm going to try and do that. Monique says, hey, Still Classy. Angie says, hey, Still Classy. Baskets with Style says, congratulations on your sales. Thank you, darling. Crystal says, hello. Hello, Crystal. Welcome in. Never in a Million says, what were the price ranges folks were buying in, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind you asking at all. My Frisbees are 18. That is what I am selling the Frisbees for. And the basket that she bought was 20. I have my baskets, the small baskets are $20 to $22. My medium baskets are $30 to $45. And then my large are $50 to $65. And I have a couple of baskets that are $70. My Gabby Dollhouse, the big one down there that I showed y'all just a minute ago, is $70. My shovels are $18. Those are $18, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so my shovels are $18. My lacrosse pops are $12, I think. I got all the prices on my stuff, y'all, because I ain't gonna be out here trying to guess with these folks. I done had a lady come up here. Well, she sent her little 6 or 7-year-old daughter over here with $60, and she said, I want this one, and this one. Well, she wanted the Star Belly, the Gabby Dollhouse, and the My Little Pony. And $60 wasn't enough, so I sent her back to her mama and let her know. She wanted the Barbie basket that had the two Barbie dolls in it. I have one that has Ken and Barbie in it. Then I have one that just has Barbie. So the one with both in it, of course, is a little bit more than the one without. But um, then she wanted to know what she could get, what three baskets she could get that were, or two baskets. No, she said which baskets are $30. So I showed her which ones were 30, and she says, I need three of them. And I said that will be $90. Right, y'all? I can add, right? I don't know. Anyway, I said 90. And she says, "Oh, well, what can I get with $60?" So I showed her what she could get for $60. She finally went on back across the street, talked to her mom, and they pulled on off and left. And I thought, that was really, really tacky, that she should have come over herself, but she didn't. But that's where my ranges are at, my dear. Miss Jonna is in the building. Hey, Miss Jonna, thank you for popping in. Kimberly Showers is in the building. Says, hey, Katrina. Hey, Kimberly. Monique says, hey, Crystal. Hey, Jonna. There's Miss Shy, twins party of 5. Hey, y'all. I got a nice huge tent that had way too many poles. It went to ways. Yeah, I got one of them, girl. And I thought it was a pop-up when I ordered it. But when it got here and we pulled all them pipes out, that thing went right back in the box. It's sitting in my garage right now. But I'm thinking about renting it out as a party tent for weddings and stuff like that. As long as, it's going to have the stipulations that they'll have to put it together. Because I'm not. Never in a Million says, thanks for the info. Great prices. Thank you. Miss Shamika's in the... Lord, the chat just went crazy, y'all. It just jumped there. Hang on, let me go back. Let me go. Okay, Miss Shamika says, Shy, Timu sent me a bunch of polls for this organizer. It's a waste too, because... And then it stops. Alicia says, I agree. She should have got out and came over. Just lazy. Yeah. Not only that, you keep sending your little girl across this busy street, because y'all see over there? Across the street, a car just went by, right? She was across the street over there parked and kept sending that little girl across this street asking about these baskets and stuff. And that the information wasn't going back right, y'all. How did I get in the sun? The sun is right in my face, y'all. Because... Grab that bag for me. Let me get out the sun, y'all. Because I can't see. I mean, she's... Ain't no way she's going to be able to hold all them numbers and carry them back across the street to her mama. She probably got over there and said, the Barbie basket is such and such. And, because she asked about one Barbie basket, but her mama saw the one up here in the front. And I guess that's the one she wanted. I don't know. KLK says, I got that too, Katrina. Oop. Gave mine away. Yeah, I'm really considering renting it out, but it'll have to have a stipulation that they will have to put it together and take it apart. At least until I learn how. if I learn how, because that thing is woo. But this one, it is a pop-up, and I love it. And I'm thinking about getting one more, because 2 would be enough for this area that I'm in right here. And the other area, because it's a big field. Alicia says, sounds like she thought she wanted to get over by sending her child over. Yeah, that was my thought too. Because first she sent her son, and he came. I guess he asked 1 or 2 questions, because he talked to my daughter, and he went on back over there. And then then she sent the child over here 3 times. Still classy. You loaded tonight, girl. Wait, now let me think. 20 by something. But I'll look it up. You know I'm gonna text you all that information. I'm gonna text it to you still classy because I don't know. It's 20 by something, I'm sure. 10 by 20 or 20 by 10. Yeah, I think it's 20 going this way, going going that way, and 10 going front to back. But I'll text it to you, sweetheart. I will. KOK says I waited past the return date. It was expensive too. Yeah, KOK. I promise you, I'm gonna figure out how to use it before I return it because it is a nice tent, but we just didn't have it in us that day to try to put it together. But if I really believe if I can get it put together, then renting it out would be a good thing because that's money, and then I won't feel like it's wasted. Monique says, yes, I like that tent. I love this tent. Still Classy says, does it take two people to put it up? Yes. Yes, it does. This tent will take at least, it takes two of us. Um, I guess on a good, well, we had three of us putting it up today, so we got it up. It took us 30 seconds to get it up because it's just click, 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 and click, 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 and it's up. 12 clicks is all it takes. But you got to have at least two people because it is real long, so you got to walk it and stretch it out. Um, and somebody's got to hold it still while if one person is popping it up, the other one's still got to hold it still so it doesn't slide around on you. And then I got a weight on every leg. I got one extra weight somewhere. Yeah. So I have all the legs have the weights on them and everything. Y'all can see that weight down there. Right there. I don't know how to make it go back smaller, y'all. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck on large. There we go. But yeah, I love this tent. I really do. I have another one that's 10 by 10. And what I had planned to do with that one, and I still might do this, y'all. I'm really not sure yet, but I'm thinking about it. Is setting that one up and doing popcorn and maybe something else, a lemonade stand with popcorn or something like that in that one on Easter Sunday while we're selling baskets, as you know, just as a little treat to give away to people that come to the table. I'm thinking about doing that. Another thing that I'm thinking about, and y'all have to tell me what you think on this one. um, I'm thinking about, I have that I told y'all about, that big tote I have that has all that Paw Patrol stuff in it. I'm really considering leaving that in that tote and raffling it off, bringing it out here and selling raffle tickets for it. Um, I'm really thinking about doing that with that big tote. Instead of taking it apart and breaking it down into baskets, bring the whole thing out here and raffle it off. And I would sell those raffle tickets at $5 each. $4 to $5 for the raffle ticket. And they would, whoever wins it got themselves a great big old raffle, a great big old tote full of Paw Patrol for $5. So I am considering doing that, y'all. Okay, says those tents are a must when out vending. Yeah. Yes. I almost came without the tent today, and then I decided, now let me go ahead and take the tent with me and put it up. And that's only because it was so cold this morning. I didn't think it was going to get too hot, but it did. As you can see, I got one basket. I only have one basket that started sweating. but I still had a basket sweating. So I done pulled it out of the sun and put a little slit in it, and it's drying up pretty quick. It was that troll basket I made last night. And I don't know if the wicker baskets sweat faster. I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me, because I don't know. None of my plastic baskets have started to sweat, but that wicker one, but it was more in the sun than the rest of these baskets too. So 26 in the building, 18 thumbs up. Y'all help a sister out. Come on. Hit them thumbs up for me. I don't know if I'm charging. This keeps, like it keeps turning on and turning off. I may have to. No, that ain't gonna work either. But yeah, I got my solar light too. It's over there. I had it sitting in the sun to make sure it charged up, because when it gets dark, I'm gonna have to put it in here in the tent and turn it on so that we're not sitting in the dark, y'all. And my daughter goes on her lunch break at 10, but we'll probably be home by then. So I'll start putting this stuff up and getting us ready to get up out of here. But yes, I have put my price tags on everything so there won't be no questions when these folks buy this stuff. I mean, they'll ask anyway, but as soon as they walk up, my daughter's very quick to say, the prices are on the back. So, and she said, thank y'all for all of your prayers and everything. As y'all can see, she has returned to work tonight. And she just got out of the hospital day before yesterday. And she's already gone back to work. So she's doing pretty good. Chandrell's in the car asleep. Y'all want to see? She said she's sleepy. School is taxing like that, y'all. I think she's bored because most of her class has gone on a field trip to the there's a 9th and 10th grade field trip that they go on, where they go stay in some cabins and all that stuff. Chandrell did it last year, and now some of the kids in her class are gone. And you know, she goes to a private school, so her classes are not that big. She don't have a whole lot of people in her classes. So when 5 of them are missing, all of them are missing. So they've been shuffled off to the library all week, and she's not liking that too much. So she's bored. She has an autistic child in the library that they're assigned to students, upper class students. And so she has one autistic child that she is assigned to, or that is assigned to her in the library. So she takes little games and stuff like that for them to play together and all that. Well, I don't know what they were playing, but he thought it would be a good idea to take her shoe and run all over the library. So she has spent the day running through the library chasing this little boy, trying to get her shoe back. Couldn't be me. That's what she has been doing. And yes, y'all, I have on the Peeps dress. Y'all see the Peeps on my dress? Look at that pink one, the yellow one, the green one. Got the Peeps dress on. Still Classy says, I have a 10 by 10, but the shade is always outside the tent. Yeah, you see, I just moved out of the sun. I'm thinking, what in the world? KOK says, I see 25 likes. I see 26 now, KOK. But I see 30 people in the room now. The basket lady is in the building. Says, hi, Katrina and everyone. All right, we're not charging over here, Rocco. So, um,
Because the sun is dead.
yeah, but it should have charged the panel up. Shouldn't have to have the sun to charge the panel.
Where I'm put it? You want to put it on top of the car?
No, what I was gonna say was bring me the generator. I'm just gonna have to unplug the little thing because I'm gonna need my generator anyway. You can't plug that into the solar panel. So, still classy. This solar panel comes with all kinds of little attachments, like for the car and all of that, but it ain't in there. Hang on, y'all. Let me switch y'all out to the generator because y'all ain't charging up on the solar panel no more. Oh, I need my block. What's that here? Forget I gotta plug this in. Yeah. So I'm gonna plug my phone into the generator.
Okay, cut it back on.
There we go. Got y'all in the generator. All right. Miss Sadonna is in the building. Says, hey, everybody. Just joined the live. What I miss? Girl, I had to scroll up a little bit. What I miss? Nothing, honey. I just showed them the setup and everything. I'm out here in these basket streets. Shamika said, "Pole baby." Which one? Her or the one that had the shoe? Because I ain't decided which one yet, Shamika. Monique says, yes. What'd I say, Monique? Because I don't even remember what I asked now. Shamika sending hearts. Okay is laughing. Y'all know I can't. My memory is bad, y'all. Alva Barnum is in the building. Says, hi, Katrina and everyone. Hello, Alva. Thank you for popping in. Okay says, that's gorgeous. Thank you. I love my little Peeps dress. Alva Barnum says, I like your Peeps dress. It's cute. I got it off Temu, y'all. All Things with a K says, hi, I'm stopping in to support and give my like out doing Uber Eats. We'll watch the replay. Okay, my love. Thank you so much. I was watching yours, and I know your son woke up, and you said, oh, no, let me hurry up and get through this before he comes in here. I said, don't do that, baby. Don't let the assistant come on in. Shamika's laugh out loud. Chandrell chasing the boy for her shoe. Yep. She said that lasted a while, Shamika. I don't know how she got the shoe back, but, you know, what can you say? She loves this little boy to death because he is assigned to her. That's her little boy. I think he's elementary school age. Monique says, I like the peep dress. Yes, honey. Thank you. Keisha Fountain is in the building. Hello, Keisha. Thank you for popping in. Says, hello. Hey, Katrina in chat. Okay, says, laugh out loud. He was about to do me. Girl. You just had me so tickled because you went to Russian and I thought, no, baby, you ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. He come, I hear him. He coming. He's a sweet baby though. Sweet baby. Let's see. All right, I think I done caught up with the chat. Yeah, still classy. I'm with you, honey. I don't like this vertical stuff. I'm gonna have to see how I can unlock that orientation because I do not like it. All things with a K says he is sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Y'all want to see my sweet baby? There's my sweet baby right there. Say hi, wave. That's my 17-year-old grandson. So, ooh, Sedona says, I'm at home making baskets and not at work. Yay. I'm glad to hear that, Sedona. They be working you, honey. Aside from working me, they be working you. All things with a K says, hey. Monique says, hey. KLK says, those are the fun little things in life I love. Yeah, me too. Me too, honey. Listen, my 36-year-old, the one that was sick, that just got out of the hospital, she was over here at this table and she was just a grinning. And I had to ask, why are you smiling so hard? She's looking at these baskets. She said, because they all just look so fun. You know, I'm a kid at heart. I just want one. I told her I was going to send her to UK, okay? Sure did. LBE is in the building. Hello, darling. She says, how is it going out there, Katrina? It's going slow. I've sold 3 baskets. Well, let me rephrase that. I've sold 2 Frisbees in a basket. So it's going slow, but I expect it to be because it's just my second day out. LBE says, hey, everyone. Still Classy says, he is so darn cute. I can tell he's a sweetheart. He is, honey. That's Granny's baby right there. He tell everybody, don't touch my grandma, don't talk to my grandma unless you got my permission. Why are you in my grandma's room? I'm going to need for you to get out. Yes, ma'am. Keisha Fountain, were your customers getting bigger baskets today or medium size? Medium sizes they could hide. Well, the 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 one that got the 2 Frisbees, she brought her kids with her and let them pick out what they wanted, and they picked the Frisbees. And then the other girl, she'll probably hide hers, but hers was for her little sister, and she got her a small basket. So, and to be honest with y'all, the baskets I showed you, my big baskets aren't even out here yet. They are all still at home. I'm telling y'all, I still have about, I don't know, 10 to 12 big baskets sitting in my living room, and I have a bunch of baskets that are still downstairs in my old craft room. That's because they only had time to what I brought out here. Then they had time to go back and get one more load, and then I had to send somebody with the car. You know, we only have the one car, so I had to send somebody to pick Chandrell up from school, and then that's when they picked her up. They went back, got more baskets, and then they, hang on, y'all, I'm all tangled up in the cord here. Then they brought the baskets back. Then Keisha had to go to work, so I took her to work, and I don't want to leave them out here and go get more baskets when we're probably going to be wrapping this up when I get off this live. So I still got a bunch of baskets at the house that I did not bring out here. If y'all missed it, I'll show you again. Sedona says he's Granny's baby. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Sedona says it's going to pick up sales next week. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Robbie Dials is in the building. Says, hey, hi, Miss Katrina. I gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. KLK says, yes, sis, she just like us. Little kids at heart. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, I will tell y'all this. Let me show y'all this right here. I'm going to show y'all the setup one more time before I plug back in so that my battery don't die. Then I'm gonna tell y'all what I had to do. We ain't gonna look at the rabbit. No, we're not gonna look at the rabbit because I done unplugged him. I had to take the generator from him for my phone. They ain't in front of the table, LB. I promise. There's the sign, y'all. So I got these down here. They brought all these extra baskets when they went home and got baskets, and didn't bring any of the tables and stands. And I'm like, okay. Alrighty then. So I ended up with all these baskets sitting out here, but that's okay. So this right here, all of this, I had to redo every single one of these baskets. I redid this morning because the last time I was out here, the wind knocked the whole shelf over. This entire shelf. That's how bad the wind was. That's the show. It's my grandson again, sitting behind the table over there. And then we got this out here. That's the solar panel there that I'm charging up. That's my light. I only brought one wagon. I have 3 of those. I got 2 Gabby doll houses out here. Spider-Man, LOL, Avengers, Pocahontas. But I only have the 2 tables, that table and that table. And then the stand. So I had to put some of these baskets on the ground. I have a couple of baskets in that box right there that I haven't even set out yet. Hang on, y'all. Let me plug you back in. So that is my setup. But yes, I didn't have to. The bags were fine. The bags didn't break, but all of my tape and everything was just kind of twisted up on itself in there. So stuff had moved around, and so I had to open up every one of those baskets and retape everything and close them back up tightly because of the fight I had with the wind last Saturday. But the wind has been great today. My tent has not tried to fly away. My sign has not tried to fly away. Let's see. Robbie says, I love your cute shirt. Thank you, Robbie. Keisha Fountain says, okay, I was going through mine last night and I have a lot of baskets that are knee height and my tote bags are hip height. Yeah, those are in the house. I couldn't bring all of that out here today. Okay, says pretty setup. I have 4 of those shelves in black. Easter will be my first time taking them out bending. I love these shelves. I'm gonna order me some more. I don't have the pink one with me. I will have it Saturday. I will probably have 2 more tables Saturday because when I bring the rest of that stuff out here, I'm gonna need at least, if not 4 more tables, at least 2 more in that shelf. So I'll have those with me next week. But like I said, I don't like to rent a car or rent a U-Haul right here in town from my house to here because that's just money. I guess I could be spending the same in gas. I don't know. But we just bring a load. We bring all the equipment out first with a couple of the totes full of the baskets. And then while that's being set up, my daughter will go back to the house with one of the kids and they'll load the car up again with all the other baskets and the other tables and whatever else is coming out here, and then bring that out, and then they'll go back to the house and get all the rest of all the baskets. So yeah, I don't live that far, so we just do the 3 trips to get all of that in here. But you're gonna love those shelves, KOK. I absolutely love them. And like I said, I do want to get a couple of more. I have a shelf in my garage that I bought, and I don't know if I've shown y'all that shelf or not, but I will. And ain't nothing on it. I need to move it out of my garage and put it in the shed, so I have it. But I got to get my shed straightened out first from these holiday sales. Okay, says, I like your color better. The green one, I got a pink one too. The green one is taller. The green one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers, and my pink one is 4. So, but yeah, they fold up flat, so they travel very well. And as y'all can see, I like the fold up flat concepts because I can put more. They don't take up a whole lot of room in the car when I'm putting stuff in there. They take up some room, but still it's flat room. They're not up and opened up and all of that. So I like stuff that folds up flat. And I found those dollies, the dolly and the flatbed. I think that's what you call them. That fold up flat off Timu. Y'all know I be scrolling on Timu too much. I need to quit scrolling on Timu. I start scrolling and I start ordering. But I haven't ordered, well, I haven't ordered anything recently, but I still am waiting for some orders from Timu. And I think I probably got two in today. I just didn't pull it out the mailbox yet. So they're not big orders if they're in the mailbox, y'all. But they're big enough. They're big enough. Um, I have done a couple of Mother's Day concepts. But one of them I did put up on. Well, I put two of them up there, but they're not actually finished yet. Because I'm waiting on my balloons to go on top of those. Because I will be topping those off with balloons, but they are real cute. Um, and some other things, y'all. Don't ask me what all I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on some other things to come from Temu. I have to look up my orders and see what else I've ordered in there. Um, do me a favor. Put that uh, solar light up in the rails up there and just hit the on button. Might have to hold it. Or I might just have to wait till it gets a little darker.
Is this flashing red?
Huh? Yeah. Y'all ready? Somebody start the music. DJ, hit it. It's still charging. Hey. But yeah. That solar light works like my one that I put on the mailbox. As long as there's light, it won't come on. So that once it gets dark enough, that one will come on. And that's the one that I used the during Valentine's when I did that night live. The other one should be in the car, Rocco.
Which one? The other one?
That solar light like that. Look in the back of the car. So I did want to come on and tell y'all thank you so much for your well wishes, your prayers, everything. It is most graciously and definitely appreciated. God is good, and you know I was a true believer that he's not going to bring you anything you can't bear. You know, but I know a lot of times we get stuff and we don't want it, and I mean stuff, and we don't want it. We don't want to deal with it. But he's good. He's good to us all the time, y'all. Let's see. KOK says all my shelves are 5 shelves high and kept at my storage unit. I'm glad I invested in them. Yeah, I love the shelves. I definitely want these, not these rolling ones, but the one that's in my garage. I want more of those in my shed. Shaw says I'm ready to eat, waiting for my daughter to finish basketball practice. Oh, okay. All right, darling. What you gonna eat, Shaw? Um, yeah. What you gonna eat, Shaw? Cause me and KOK, we'll come with a plate. I'll stop by Tennessee. Y'all still storming up there in Tennessee, KOK? Your mama frying fish. Oh yeah. What kind of fish? I'm on my way. It don't matter. I love all kind of fish. It don't even matter what kind she frying. Here I come. Fried fish sounds good. Nessa says it's still light out there. Yeah, that's why my solar light don't want to come on. When it gets dark enough, it'll come on. Queen of Indiana. And hello, Miss Nessa. If I didn't speak to you, darling. Queen of Indiana is in the building. Says, hey, Katrina and Chad. Hello, darling. Thank you for popping in. Queen says, I know, right? Nessa says, hey, Katrina and everyone in the chats. Delvin is in the building also. Hello, hello. Shaw says probably swam. Look, swine. Look, I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but it's okay. I love fish, honey. All kinds of fish. So I will be over there with a plate. I'm going to swing through and pick up uh, KOK. We come and get us a plate. We're going shopping. We going shopping in your pop shelf haul, girl. Look, I just live vicariously through y'all when it come to pop shelf because we ain't got one down here. So I'll be like, okay, let me see what pop shelf. And the last time I ordered something from pop shelf, and I got up there all the way up there to get that order, and they didn't even have the order ready. Didn't she claimed it didn't go through their system, or for whatever reason their system canceled it and all this other garbage, y'all. I was like, they know they need to quit. They need to stop. And I have not been to pop shelf back to pop shelves up there since. I'm like, I am not gonna drive all the way up there for them to tell me they don't have my order or it canceled out in the system or just craziness. And I'm like, well, who gonna put this gas back in my car? You know they ain't trying to hear all that. I do know this. It is getting chilly out here, so I'm definitely going to end up having to get me a jacket. Keisha Fountain says, well, hold on, twins. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting my turn at bat. Shaw said, come on. I'm coming, girl. KOK says, it finally stopped, thank God. Yeah, I know y'all was it, definitely getting it handed to you up there with that weather. Still Classy says, hey, Nelvin. Shaw says, I have plenty to share. All right. Nessa says, do you like haddock? I don't know, Nessa, but I'm pretty sure if it's a fish, I will love it because I love fish. She said it's very popular here. Okay. I can tell you, like, I love catfish. A lot of people don't. They tell me, them bottom feeders don't like no catfish, but I do. I like the catfish. My favorite fish, though, is mahi-mahi. I love mahi-mahi. It is so good. And there may be another one out there that I love more, but I grew up on mahi-mahi because that was the fish we ate in Hawaii all the time. You get you mahi-mahi anywhere. Alicia says some fresh hot catfish fillets with some Louisiana hot sauce and fresh bread. Yummy. You can keep that hot sauce. I don't eat hot sauce, but I'll eat that fish with you. Got some honey mustard or some sweet teriyaki or some tartar sauce. I'm with you there. But yeah, I like catfish. And my mom likes the whole fillet, the whole catfish. I don't like the whole ones because I don't like fighting with bones at all. I'm scared I'm going to get choked to death. Hey, is there a blanket in there? Is there a blanket in the car? He died. She said, "What happened to the bunny rabbit?" I said, "He died." I killed him. I took his juice away. Yeah. Nessa says, "I like perch." Yep, I do like perch. Alicia said, "Yeah, honey mustard too." Yep. Yep. Nessa says, "I won't eat it without hot sauce." Frank's. Okay, Frank's hot sauce. All right. I know a lot. My kids eat hot sauce. I do buy it. I just don't eat it. And I'll tell you why, Nessa. Because I have not found a hot sauce yet that tastes like hot sauce. Every time I eat hot sauce, I feel like I am eating a mouthful of salt. So I don't know if that's how they actually make it and it tastes like that, or if that's just how my taste buds interpret it. But to me, it's like a mouthful of salt. So I just cannot eat hot sauce like that. Nelvin says fish, little potato salad. Hi, still classy. Alicia said Ken's honey mustard is the best. Okay. Danessa said Frank's is the truth. Now, if it's got that real hot taste to it, then I can deal with that. But all that hot sauce I've ever had down here where I'm at just tastes like salt. And I'm like, so that's how they making all this salt sauce and trying to make everybody think it's hot sauce. They know they need to stop. Huh? You on the phone? I thought she was talking to me. But yeah, I don't do too much hot sauce down here because it tastes like salt. Nessa says, you know, hot wings are the thing here. They perfect hot sauce here. Okay. Or they perfected hot sauce here. Okay. Hey, if it tastes like hot sauce, Nessa, I'm down with that. But that salt sauce they got down here, they can keep that. And I mean, everywhere, even Zaxby's, my daughter had some hot wings from Zaxby's, and I ate one of them, and it felt like a wing dipped in a pot of salt. I'm like, I can't. I love jalapenos. Now I eat jalapenos all day, because to me they're hot. But even with my collard green juice has a little bit of jalapenos in it to give it just a little bit of a kick. And I really like those. Alicia said Louisiana hot sauce is the only one she can tolerate. Nessa says buffalo. KLK says, I love Texas Pete hot sauce. Now, when I was younger, it was Louisiana only. Never to Me says Crystal's hot sauce for me. Still Classy says, I'm a Texas Pete girl. Now, Never to Me, you talking about Crystal's the restaurant or Crystal's a sauce made by a company or named Crystal's? Is there a jacket or something in there? Okay, well, it's getting cold out here. And the light is on. So that's what the light looks like. When I move it back out here in the sun, it'll shut off again. Maybe. Here, Rocco. 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 Put this back. Put this up there. Just stick it up there. I need to lean it back the other way. Yeah. No. That's fine for now. Anyway. Hey, how y'all doing? Which ones are you looking at?
Probably a smaller one. She's just not one.
Okay. Okay. That one is the hair amazings, yeah.
The big one is
It's a little girl. Okay, so this is Gabby Dollhouse here. Hang on, y'all.
Will y'all be out here tomorrow? Probably around 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna be out here early. That's Pocahontas. This is Troll. Talking about the shovels.
I like the shovels too.
These
The shovels are
18.
18.
And then these are 20.
And he said y'all will be here Saturday. I felt that one. Sit down. Sit. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
See that dog though? I was turking off.
I'm finna get in the car. She got a pit bull with her, y'all.
Oh, she on live still.
She's sweet.
Yes, I'm alive. Huh?
I said that dog is sweet. She's sweeter than pie.
I want a pit bull.
Is your pit at what's his name house?
I don't have it no more.
Oh,
That
okay.
pig died.
What happened to him? What happened
Food
to him?
ingestion.
What?
Food ingestion. She ate the wrong shit.
Oh.
See it? You know how she be in my room, just tear stuff apart. She was eating on my controller.
Oh wow.
So no more controller, no more pit.
All right, y'all, hang on. So Donna says Frank's only hot sauce girl here. All right. Okay, Never the Million says the brand is Crystal's Louisiana hot sauce. Oh, okay. Okay, you see what I know, right? Norma Boone. Hello, Katrina in chat. Hello, Norma. Thank you for popping in. Never in a Million said, y'all, I'm so lazy I need to kick it into high gear. I'm not ready for Mother's Day. Oh, I'm not either. I am not either. I will be kicking it into gear for Mother's Day. I keep trying to kick Mother's Day into gear, never in a million, but every time I go in the shed, I see more Easter baskets I need to get made, and I start doing that. So I've made like 2 Mother's Day baskets, and I literally made 2 because I do have some made that I got to revamp, but every time I go in there, I see more Easter baskets I need to make, and I start making them. That's why still got a craft room and a living room full of them that I need to get out here, which I will. I will get those out here this weekend. But I've told y'all, I still got that Paw Patrol that I'm debating on whether I'm going to raffle it off or break it down and put it in baskets. I am really torn on that one. I'm not real sure which one I want to do, but I'm thinking that I need to just go ahead and break it down and put it into baskets, because I don't know that parents will spend the money for the raffle and to take the chance on getting it for Easter and then not be the one that get it. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm saying. Never to Me says, I've started on Mother's Day, but definitely not ready for it yet. I know that's right. I've been playing since I'm over with Easter Sunday. I have an event, but I need to get busy. Yeah, me too. Sedona says, me too. Norma Boone says, sorry for old lady texting. Girl, I'll be fat finger texting over here. But yeah, I ain't ready, because like I said, every time. Listen, I pulled that wicker basket that has the other troll in it that I did last night. I pulled about, I think, 6 or 7 wicker baskets out of the back of the shed, which is really the front of the shed, but that's where I've got all the baskets at. And I still have to make an aerial basket. I guess the Paw Patrols, the totes. Y'all remember the totes that I did, the Stitch and the Spider-Man. Those are at the house. I actually had those with me last Saturday when I came out. I didn't grab them this morning when we came out. So I still have those. But I have one aerial that's done. I have another aerial that I haven't done yet. I have another Wish that I haven't done yet. I have another wagon that I haven't done yet. That's why every time I go in that shed, I start making them Easter baskets so I can get them out of there. Get all that stuff out of there. I probably have 2 more sports baskets that I haven't done yet. So I'm trying to get with the program, y'all. But listen, I will say this. I'm very proud of what I have done because I shopped my stash. I did not buy not one single new toy for these baskets, y'all. Not one. 90% of this stuff I had last year. And the only thing I bought were the candy items to go in these baskets. So all the Hot Wheels, the Spider-Man. I did buy some Stitch stuff. And I bought that off Temu because Temu had a big sale on Stitch. And I had a couple of Stitch items. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this Stitch stuff to make the Stitch baskets with. So I made the Stitch baskets. I have some Bluey stuff, but not enough to even make a small basket with. And I still did not go out and buy anything Bluey. But I think I have a big Bluey pillow that I can pair up some things with. And I'm going to make that Bluey basket too. So I still have a few more baskets to make. But I ain't worrying about it because, like I said, I shopped my stash. All of these toys that I had were toys that I accumulated from last year up until probably around Valentine's Day. Or Christmas, actually, because I hadn't bought any toys since after Christmas. That's when I got all this high and bath bomb stuff from Walmart. And I hadn't bought any toys since then other than Stitch. So yeah, the inventory on these toys is going down. That's for sure. Alicia says I have pre-made gifts that can go all year. I only did a few Easter shovels. Got a head start for mothers, especially with my sublimation items. Okay, that's awesome. I have some resin items that were ordered, and those are those clocks. So I do have to make those, but they don't want those for Mother's Day. They're actually buying those for birthdays that are actually after Mother's Day. So I got a little bit of time to make those clocks, which I will do. Um, they're pretty easy to make, but I've gotten a couple of orders for the fresh flowered ones that I posted. So I'll make a couple of clocks. Bragger Gifts is in the building. Hello, Dina. Welcome in. Welcome in. Says, hey, everyone. Glad you all could all hang out with this old girl tonight. So, and yes, y'all, I am still fighting with the balloons. But we gonna get them what are the Bobo balloons? We gonna get them made. I promise you that. I am going to get those balloons made. I'm having too much fun with it. Y'all know I'm gonna get it made, right? So I'm doing another concept, and in order to get it done, I got to figure out the balloons. So on top of doing Easter, I'm doing that too. I'm doing the Easter. I'm doing the DTS. I got some resin work I need to do, and I'm fighting with the balloon machine, but I'm gonna get it done. Braggart's Gifts says the flower clock is amazing. I'm not surprised there are orders. Thank you. I appreciate that, Miss Dina. I enjoy making those things. They are a lot of fun to make, and they're very easy to make. So, especially those flowered ones, those are very easy to make. I think the glittered one was harder to make than the flowered one, because some of the areas in that glittered one, you can see where my glitter moved and shifted. So all you see is the black. You don't actually see any glitter there. That's like the two corners, the bottom corner and the top corner, which is okay. That happens when you use resin, but I don't be liking that. But yeah, I do have a couple of orders for those fresh flower clocks that I did. So that's always a blessing, because those are my in-between time things, Alicia. I get those kinds of orders. A lot of those crafts that I don't really get to share with y'all. A lot of times, because once the resin's dry and that order is ready, I'm taking it, I'm dropping it off, and I really don't even stop to take pictures of them, but I should, because I do a lot of resin work that is really, really nice. So I'll share some of that with y'all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alicia says, I understand. I know you do, girl. I know you do. And what's really funny is a lot of people will say that, and I get it, they don't have time to incorporate some of those other crafts, or they don't know how to do them or whatever, into their basket business. But for me, it's the opposite. I incorporated the basket business into that, because I was doing all of that before I started doing the baskets. So I already had somewhat of a customer base for the resin work, especially the furniture. And the furniture is, I think, what is taking the hardest hit with me incorporating baskets, because I just haven't had the time. But I will be doing some furniture pieces this summer, because like I said, those are my big item sales. Those are, sometimes some of my tables go at $1,500 a pop. So of course I want to keep doing that, because it's good money. It's definitely good money, and I do enjoy doing it. So Sedona says, thanks everyone for the likes. Yes, thank you. Y'all are sweet. I want 50. I need 8 more. Y'all out there in the shadows, go and hit that like at least 8 more times, and then I'm gonna need 50 more people to hit that like button tonight, because I'm out here at night, y'all, and it's cold. It is nighttime. Let me fix this light, y'all, because it's gonna get on my nerves. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Don't leave. Oh, y'all go hit the like button for me. That was the light that fell, y'all.
Stop looking at me, right? Keep looking at me, right? Why are you looking at me, man? I'll beat you up, man. Why are you looking at me, right? Now look at me, right?
Hang on, y'all. That other light wasn't in the car? The other light wasn't in the car? Alright, yeah, so I was just fixing the light because it kind of fell down. It wasn't up there right, but that's okay. It's up there right now. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to start packing it up here in just a little bit because it is getting dark and the traffic is starting to dwindle down on this Wednesday night, y'all. So I probably will give people about, I don't know, 45 more minutes to show up and maybe buy something. If not, that's okay. We did have 3 sales today, and we will be back out here Saturday, Sunday this week, and Saturday, Sunday next weekend. If I get a day off next week, I'm going to take advantage of that day too. So, Dina says, before he passed, my husband wanted to do pictures under Risen. Okay. Now, I did one of my dad. It's in a heart, which I probably have never shown y'all, but that is on his memorial stand in my house where his urn is. I did show y'all what did I show y'all? The candle that I did that has his picture on it as well. Alicia said, that is how I got started with gift sets after after I watched Yummy Tea. I wanted to do something different, blend sublimation with items. Now I have inventory to put with sub items. That's awesome. Yeah, Yummy Tea got me hooked on these baskets now. I love doing the basket, y'all, because I don't know, it's just very therapeutic for me. So I don't feel like it takes away from some of my other crafts because I do get to do those too. And I am planning on starting just like a little series of the other crafts that I do and just featuring them on one specific day, where I'm not necessarily doing a live on it, but I will do videos on what I'm doing and post those, and it will just be that one day, because I'm going to start doing that once a week once I get through the seasons here. So I'm looking at June, July, August, September of doing haul videos as far as what I'm getting to go in some of the baskets that I'll be doing for Christmas and the upcoming season after Father's Day. And I will be featuring more of my resin crafts and things like that, the furniture and everything, because like I said, those are my really, really good sellers. Alicia says, let's see, I read that. Let me go on back down. So Donna says, me too. I started watching Yummy Tea. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I started watching Yummy Tea, like I told y'all the other day, or in that video. It's either in a video or on the live. It started with Yummy Tea, and I tripped on her live and literally fell into the live. I was just scrolling on YouTube and she just had all this energy and everything. So I said, well, let me start watching this. And I got on, started watching her live. I was in the bushes watching the live and everything. And then I joined her channel. And after that, I want to say I came across LBE's channel next and joined her channel. And LBE mentioned Boss Lady Fee's name, and I looked that up on YouTube and then joined her channel. Now, I think that was how the series of events went. And that was during Valentine's of last year. But I didn't do street sales for Valentine's last year. I actually had some vendor events I had already scheduled, and that was all I did for Valentine's last year. But then from there, I watched a lot of LBE's videos because Yummy T she kept me tickled. She had me rolling and everything. And when I watched LBE, even though Yummy T is down to business too, LBE was a straight shooter. Boom, 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 boom. I done told y'all this what you need to be doing. You know, that kind of thing. And I can relate to that. I think I don't know, I just could relate to that. And I was like, okay, this is what I need to be doing in this basket business, to incorporate this, to get that, to do this, and so on and so forth. Wanna go back? Y'all got to do the same pose.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Everybody not doing that.
Oh, okay. So that was how I started there. Alicia says, well, everyone, time for me to wind down. Got to get up at 4 a.m. Blessings and sweet rest on everyone's pillow. You too, my dear. You too. Thank you for tuning in. Get you some rest.
Oh, yes, we do.
Bragger Gift Basket says, does anyone have insurance? First time selling on the street and they requested I get insurance. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I talked about insurance on one of my videos, and it was a company, and I can't even think of their name right now. But they specialize in insurance for businesses like ours. But yes, insurance is definitely a must-have. I think that was when we almost had the fire at my house. The one thing that I was not worried about was inventory, even though I didn't want to have to go shopping again. It was insured, and had it caught on fire, they would have paid for the shed and all of my equipment and all of the inventory that I have in there. So definitely, insurance is definitely a must, and I would definitely weigh all of your options. Look for good insurance, and do comparison shopping. You have a good night, Miss Alicia. Get you some rest, my dear. I gotta get up too, but not at 4. I gotta be to work at 8. So I usually take my daughter to school first, drop her off at 7:30, and then I go on to work. And listen, y'all, when I changed my schedule, so y'all know I used to work 9 to 5:30, and I couldn't stand it, y'all, because my charge nurse, she gets off at 4. And I would tell her, every time she left, I would tell her, listen, you leave and these people start acting crazy. I said, they disappear. You can't find nobody. I said, I'm in here with a patient at 5:30 when it's time for me to go. I said, and you can't even get them in here to relieve you. I said, and I'm in here with this patient till 6:30, till they finally come strolling in talking about, oh, I didn't know you was leaving. Yes, you did. You know I got off at 5:30. So I changed my hours, y'all. So I work 8 to 4:30 now. So when she leaves at 4, I leave at 4:30. And yes, sister just gets up and walks out. Patient, they be rolling the patient up in there, and they all looking at me, and I be like, y'all have a good night, and I go on out the door. They text her one day and ask, why does Katrina keep leaving early? She texts them back and says, Katrina gets off at 4:30. When did she leave early? She was there when I left. That's how busy these people are. Girl, they need to get a life. Okay, because this one right here they messing with is not the right one. Not the right one at all. It is everything in me sometimes not to let loose on these people. And I mean, I have to pray about that thing, y'all. I have to pray about that thing. Because when I go to that job, when I tell y'all den of demons, I ain't lying to you. You know, and I know how to fight them demons. I know how, like I said before, you start hollering the name of Jesus, they get on away from you. They get on away from you. You know, and my He Is Always With Me book is always right there on my desk. When they walk over here, the demons start getting slapped upside the head because that book is sitting there. You know, now let it be open and me reading it. They walk up there and turn around and walk away. Like, that's right, demon, be gone. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Yes, ma'am. They need to mind their own business, honey. They need to mind somebody's and stop trying to mind mine because they busy. Listen, when it was storming, they had the ice storms and everything. Let's see, was it the ice storms? Yeah. Before, no, it wasn't the ice storm. Anyway, it was something going on. Anyway, before we couldn't leave that night because we were just that busy. And I was on call, and I had to take my mom home so that I would have the car, you know, which was going to take me all of 20 minutes. So I was like, okay, y'all, I'm going to be right back. I'm getting ready to I didn't tell them what I was doing. I said, I'll be right back. Well, then one of them turns around, and this one, she's real busy. Oh, Delphine said that none of us could leave. And I said, yeah, I'm coming right back, honey. Delphine was on the text message on my phone. That's my immediate supervisor, Delphine. And before I could even turn back around and walk over to get my keys, and she sent me a text and said, you taking your mom home now? And I said, yeah. And she says, all right. And I said, yeah, I figured you had got a text message before I could turn around. Yeah, honey, that chick done text the supervisor before I could even turn around. I just looked at her because I'll never do anything without the supervisor knowing I'm doing it before I do it. And I just don't tell them nothing. So, you know, they always think I'm doing something and that it's their sole duty to call whomever and tell whomever, you know. And I'm just at the point where I don't care. Do you, because I'm gonna do me. And I said, and trust and believe, anything I got to say to you, I ain't scared to say to a supervisor. It's just another person. Your title don't mean nothing to me. I promise you it don't. Don't get me started. And they know this. You know, they know this. These same ones that be in there acting a fool like that, the very same ones that be crying like these folks crying on YouTube about y'all wouldn't stand with us. Yeah, that's them. That's who I'm talking about right there. So it is everything in me sometimes, honey. Monique, ooh, Lord, honey, you just don't know. The basket lady says, you better say that. Yes, honey. I tell you, God knows what season and era to put you in. He knows what time and place you need to be in. All right, because the cotton fields wouldn't have been it for me. I'd have been the first one out there killed, y'all. I promise you that. I promise you that. Monique says, I feel you on that. Yeah, I know. I work with some demons, honey. They just, woo. And here's the difference between them and me. They get on their text and all of that. I would have called on my phone and said, Delphine, so-and-so said they leaving. Did you know anything about that? Because they said they got to go. I would have did it in their face. Okay? And that's the difference between them and me. Anything I got to say, I say it in their face, to their face, in front of the supervisor. Because I don't care. I don't care. I promise y'all I don't. You get tired of that mess. You know, they want to sneak behind your back and do it. And then I know they can't stand it because when they sneak behind your back and do it, I bring it out to the forefront in their face, and I wait till everybody's in the room. And I'll be like, somebody said that I did this, that, and the other. I said, these folks are so busy and nosy, need to mind their business. Think they know what's going on, and they don't. And I said, I didn't do that because you and I talked about that. And she'll look at me, the supervisor look at me, goes, yeah, I know. I don't know who's spreading that one. I said, yeah. I said, these folks be spreading all kind of lies in here. And I know who did it because they be sitting right there when I say that. I say it and I mean for them to hear it. I want you to know that the stooge that you went to and tried to let loose on about me, that you took a bone to, is carrying a bone. Dog bring a bone, dog carry a bone. Y'all know that. I do it in their face, girl, in their face. Because I want you to know, yes, I'm standing here talking about you to the supervisor in your face. It get on my nerves, honey. When I tell y'all them, it's me because I'm rocking this chair with my foot and I keep moving the tent. I'm sorry, it's me, y'all. I keep knocking the light down because I'm leaned up against this pole. Here, let me get off the pole. Now, let me push y'all back a little bit.
Chop. And
That's gonna slide off of there again. Yeah, I put it back up the way I had it.
like that.
That's better. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta let folks know, and I mean, there is not one person in this world that I have ever said anything about behind their back that I would not say to their face, because that's just me. And I don't go around talking about people. I just don't believe that it's a good and right. I don't believe in it. I don't believe it's a good thing to do. My kids were never allowed to call each other out of their names. I didn't play that kind of stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff, and I didn't play that kind of stuff. Now, sometimes we jokingly say things, but I just don't believe in it. I don't believe that it's necessary to talk about people behind their backs, because if you are ashamed or scared to say it in their face, you shouldn't be saying it at all. And I just believe that. I believe you should not be saying it at all. So I don't fool with them, y'all, because I'm trying to go to heaven. And I will tell them that. I'm like, I'm not messing with you today. I'm trying to go to heaven. You messing that up for me right now. Lord Jesus, I rebuke them. Honey, they look at me like I'm crazy and get on away from me. But I will tell them in a minute, I am trying to go to heaven, and you are blocking that right now. Sedona says, if you are doing something, it's not their business. That's right. That's why I told y'all, most of them don't even know that I sell baskets, because I don't tell them anything. Now, remember I told you that they always in the bushes lurking? They always lurking. Now I'm going to tell you how you know this. If you've noticed, I've had to cancel a few lives. Well, that's because all of a sudden I have all these call days on Wednesdays and Fridays. I ain't never had call on Wednesdays and Fridays, not until they started realizing those are the nights I go live. So, of course, now we scheduling me on Wednesdays and Fridays for call. Now, that's all fine and dandy and everything, but what they don't realize is that some of them folks I work with want them call days. One of the girls texted me yesterday and said, can I have your call day tomorrow? I said, sure. You sure can. Because I don't want them to call me. I don't want to go back in there. When I had to go to the ER for that sciatic nerve, y'all, it took everything in me to go to that ER. My kids literally put me in the car under duress. I was like, I worked there. I don't want to go back in there. Dude, I did not want to go back in there. KOK says, I hated dealing with coworkers like that. Yeah, every day. That's why I go in there, sit in my corner, do my job, and I ain't got nothing to say to them. Now, if they say something to me, I might say something back. One of the girls says, I thought something was wrong with you. You so quiet today. I said, I'm quiet every day. That's when have you heard me say a whole lot? Oh, well, come to think about it, I haven't. Now, you digging now. You poking and prodding for information as to why I'm so quiet. Well, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Here's a funny one for y'all. I'm going to give y'all this one. Here's a nugget for free, y'all. I love this one. We have had a new nurse that started there, and it's a guy, really nice guy, and so far he's really been a pleasure to work with, so of course I've been nice to him. I'm not mean. I'm not a mean person, so I've been real nice to him and everything. And going about my business. So now somebody starts the rumor in there that, oh, I must be sweet on him because I'm just so nice to him. And like he comes around, she just gets so happy to see him and all this other stuff, right? Now, of course, they done told me who said all of this. And then of course it was brought to me as oh, they just joking around saying it and all that. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Doesn't stress me at all. So I waited till them people was around, and I told my supervisor, he was standing there too. My supervisor and the guy that they were talking about was there too. And I said to my supervisor, I said, did you know that me and him was an item? And I said, because I just found that out. I said, and I feel like I ain't been doing my part. He looked up and started laughing. He says, I heard that too. I ain't been doing my part either. He says, that's just a shame. We just bad for each other. We ain't doing our part. I said, well, maybe we need to find out from these folks circulating them lies what our parts are, because I don't even know what that is. And I said to them, I said, well, I said, what they really need to be asking, I said, because they're not asking the right question. And he said, well, what question did you get? And I said, the question I got was, why I'm so happy when you come around. And I said, but what they really need to be asking is why I'm not happy when they come around. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's what they need to be asking. My supervisor laughed so hard she like to fell out the chair. I'm like, yep, that's the question they need to be asking. Basket lady said, amen. He knows for sure. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, says that's the very reason I don't deal with many people. There are a lot of snakes out there. Exactly. And I'm like this. If you're gonna be a friend to me, be real. If I'm doing it wrong, listen. My girlfriend in Hawaii, we've been friends for over 40 years, and she knows me very well, very well. And I just an example. When my dad died, I just fell to the floor, y'all. He was in the Philippines. I knew I couldn't get there. He couldn't. I mean, it was just bad. It was during COVID, and she was on that phone, I know, within 20 minutes. And now keep in mind, she's in Hawaii. She can't see me. She don't know. I hadn't even talked to her. Really, I think she got the news from my sister. She was on that phone within 20 minutes of my collapse. And on that phone telling me, you get up, pick yourself up off that floor. She says, because I know you're down there. Get up. She says, I knew you and I know your dad, and he wants you to keep going. Get up. I mean, she knew what I needed to hear. And I just like keep it 100, keep it real. If I make a basket you don't like, just say, Katrina, what was you thinking? I tell y'all that on my in my group all the time. What? Just tell me, girl. Go back and try that again. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I promise it's not. I'm gonna go back and try it again, because sometimes I be looking at them going, what in the world were you thinking? Monique said exactly. KOK laughing. Yes, ma'am. Queen of Indiana says, I know right at KOK. And hey, lady. Yeah, I don't play all of that, y'all. Like I said, I am a nice person. I do not bother people. I love people. Okay, but they can really, really very quickly get on the other end of the love list. And I said, because I don't wish no bad on anybody. And all them demons I work with, I pray for them all the time. Lord, help them. Help them actually see you, because they don't see him. They got too much of the world in them, and too much of this ideation of what they think the world really is. So I ain't got time for all of that. I'm trying to pay my bills, stash some money away, and retire from that job. That's all I'm trying to do. And that's going to happen. I'm going to get that done. Believe that. Monique says, hey, Queen. So listen, y'all, I done kidnapped y'all for an hour and 49 minutes. I got 47 likes. I know there's 3 more in the bushes, or 3 of you 21 in here that might not have hit that like button. Y'all go and hit that like. Give me 3 more. Can I just get 50? I really would like 100. Share the video out. Y'all share out the live. Let's get to 100 likes, y'all. I'm out here at night in the dark. I ain't in the dark though. Look, y'all. Let me turn the camera around. See the light on up there? The solar light is working. I have two of these, but the other one is not with me. It's I think it's in the house on my dryer, or downstairs in the laundry room, because that's where we were for the tornadoes a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, whenever we had those tornado warnings, because I had one of those lights down there with me just in case we lost power and it got dark. The basket lady says, I don't feel kidnapped. I'm glad. I'm so glad, because I'm happy y'all are hanging out with me. Y'all see me. Listen, I'm doing the last minute thing. Wait on that last minute customer, y'all. And it ain't even last minute yet. This is only day 2 of me selling, and we still got 2 weeks before Easter.
I don't think nobody coming.
I don't either. I'm gonna get off the slide a little bit, and we're gonna start packing up. So I will show y'all. I have been my bucket's all the way down there, huh?
I'm showing everything.
Oh, I did already.
And mine.
I already did. I done showed them the setup twice, girl. They don't want to see it no more. But y'all can start packing up the bunny rabbit, because I took his juice a while back. Don't let Rocco near my bunny rabbit. He done tried to stab him twice.
No, I did not.
Huh?
No, I did not.
He had the stakes going everywhere. Talking about, where does this stake go? Does this stake go up in his neck? I'm like, Don't put that stake in his neck. Good night, Monique. Have a good night, sweetheart. Thank you for coming. Sedona says, Katrina, I feel the same way. I pray, Lord, move them out of my way. Yes. And that has been working for me, Sedona. I mean, I'm telling you. Y'all remember, I think it was last week I said, I don't know what's going on, because they being super nice to me. So I'm really not saying nothing right now, y'all. I'm just watching and waiting. I'm like, yeah, okay. Y'all is up to something. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to get me caught up in it. They had some kind of party last Saturday for somebody. Kept asking me, you going to the party? You going to the party? I was like, nah, I got to work. Oh, I didn't see you on the schedule. I said, nah, I work other places than just here. And I just left it at that. I didn't even elaborate on that. And my immediate supervisor, she said, you going out selling baskets Saturday? I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I will not be attending the cowboy something party that it was. It was one of the doctors that got married, and a while back, a few months ago, and they were having some kind of party for her and all of that. I sent a gift, and that was it. I'm not going to party with these people that I work with. I just can't. I won't break bread with them. They eat in the break room. I go downstairs in the cafeteria and eat. I just don't believe in doing stuff that it specifically says in the Bible not to do. Now, I ain't perfect, y'all, but I'm not fixing to break bread with somebody that I know don't like me. I know that if my demise was to come today, it would be a chuckling point in their day for them. Not doing it. Not doing it. It said wireless caller. I don't know who that is. I didn't recognize the number. I thought maybe it was Keisha. But I'm fixing to get off this live. I'll call it back and see. I'm worried about it right now. Monique with the gold hearts. Lady Diva Washington. Hello, darlings. Hey, Miss Katrina and everyone. I just placed an order for solar lights. Great minds. Good luck on your sales. Have a blessed one. Thank you, darling. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Let's say we can put them back.
I'm back, y'all. Can you hear me? I just placed an order for solar lights. Okay, yes, ma'am. Solar lights are the bomb.com, girl. Marie says good night. Hey Marie, if I didn't speak to you, darling, welcome in, welcome in. The basket lady says we have to call on his name. Jesus' power is in his name. Yes, ma'am. I told you when we call his name, all I got to say is, "Ooh, Satan, get these demons away from me, Jesus." As soon as they walk up to me, I say Jesus, and whatever they was getting ready to do, they quit. Gives my chosen says, "Hey, sis and the Crafty Creators, listening in from work. All right, my dear. Thank you for listening in. I hope they ain't bugging you too much at work and you ain't working too hard, my love." But yeah, y'all, that's. I don't think y'all ever seen me get this riled up about them folks I work with, but honey, I tell them quick. You are severely ruining my chances to go to heaven right now. I'm going to need for you to back all the way away from me. Because I'm trying to go up there. Leave me alone. I will tell them in a minute.
Oh,
I'm
this is
trying to go to
Bubba Sid.
heaven.
I did not know that.
Vanita's in the building. Says hello. Hey, Vanita. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Says you got some good help. Says yeah. They uh, packing up baskets and inside the totes and everything. I'm gonna run up here and get my daughter real quick, y'all. But oh, don't turn it that way. It's locked. But listen, y'all. I am so appreciative that you all have spent this time with me tonight. We have 50 likes. Yay! Thank you. My next live Friday night, we'll be out. No, we won't be out. Well, we might be outdoors. I don't know. But either way, I want 100 likes Friday night. Y'all pull up all your devices. Y'all know I'm playing. I still want 100 likes though. I almost got 100 one night. But yes, I have some wonderful help. I have some wonderful people in this basket community that I just love, 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 including you, Miss KOK, and everybody else that has joined my chat tonight. Thank you so, so much. I love all of y'all. You all are amazing. You are awesome. You are wonderful creators and designers. And I appreciate all the love that you show me. So you all go out there, sell those baskets, make those baskets, share those gifts, and make sure you share them with us. Some folks like the LLC, some folks just like to see. So either way, y'all keep doing what you do because you're amazing. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Be blessed, but most importantly, be a blessing.